So let's talk about the availability of the poet's experience. But before that, let us take a review about what is active and passive. The first one is what is active. The active voice asserts that the person or thing represented by the grammatical subject performs the action represented by the verb, or the active voice is so called because the subject of the sentence is the doer of an action that affects the sentence's object. The next one is what is passive. The passive voice makes the subject, the person or thing acted on or affected by the action represented by the verb. Or the passive voice, on the other hand, is when the object is acted upon by the subject of the sentence. Some people believe that sentences should be written in the active voice whenever possible. This might be because doing so can make your writing more concise, as the passive voice usually requires more words. When improperly written, it can also sound awkward because when the subject of the sentence is only implied and not deliberately mentioned. However, this does not necessarily mean that using the passive voice should be avoided at all costs. It actually has its own uses. For instance, many authors use it as a tool in fiction writing. In particular, mystery writers are big fans of the passive voice since it allows them to conceal secrets within their stories. In writing, always consider whether you should use the passive or active voice. It will depend on what you, the writer, want to convey. If you want to draw attention to the doer, use the passive voice. If your intent is to put the focus on the action, then you should go for the active voice, because as a writer, it is important to choose what is the best for your story. What will you use in order for the readers to admire all your works? So, why some experiences are available and others not? Other people choose not to bring back their experiences for some reason, because maybe they have a bad memory about their past. Example, the woman was raped, so she chose not to mind those memories because for her it gives her trauma. At the end, it's really our own opinion and choice will prevail. So why availability is not mere position, however it is essential. Many people are endowed with memories of marble. Why marble? Because just like a marble, it has some ability to erase even the tiniest scar, but they do not take advantage of their capability. And in communication, memory is more of a problem than a benefit because it helps to avoid the boundary between the personal experience. To sum up all, to be able to revisit an experience means not remembering when it happened, not to mention when, where, and how it happened, but simply to have the strange state of mind available.